Guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. In this tutorial, I am going to discuss about the Playwright annotations. Okay, so Playwright test supports test annotation to deal with failure, flakiness, escape, focus, and tags. So we can use these tags to these annotations to mark the test skip, to mark the test fail, okay, to group the test, and we can also use this to focus the test, to slow the test. So these annotations are very helpful. Okay, so today here I'm going to discuss about the Playwright annotations. So let's first of all use the only. So what is the use test dot only? So when we are running the test, right? So in that case, we need to run the test command npm playwright test. Okay, let me run test on one browser. So passing project Chromium. Okay, so this is npx, not npm. So you can see here three tests running with three workers, and this is running headless mode. Test run. And if I go here, you will see in the report all the three tests executed on a Chromium browser. Test 1 Chromium, test 2 Chromium browser, test 3. Now suppose that we have multiple tests and now we want to run only one test. Basically during the test creation or debugging we were using this approach. Okay, so in that case you don't need to comment or something, just use the test dot only for which test you are going to run. Like suppose that I want to run this test for verification or maybe during the creation, so just add the test dot only. So in that case it will run only one test. So let me run. So you can see here one of one test, and in the report you will see only one test is executed. So this annotation is a very useful when we want to run only single test or we can some group of test. Like here, if we want to use run two tests, just add the only with both test. So in this case, all the tests will execute where we have added the test dot only, and in this case only two tests will execute. So let me run in headed mode so that you can see also the execution. Yeah, now you can see two tests is running. Both are running parallelly. So test execution done, and if I open the report, you will see the two tests executed here. Only both the focus test. Okay, now let's move on the next annotation. Next one annotation we have skip test. If we mark test.skip with any test, then that test will skip. That test will not execute. Like I have added here test.skip with one test. Let's run now. Headed. Okay, so only two tests will execute in this case, and one will skip. One skipped, two tests pass. Let's see how it looks like in report. Yeah, all the three tests you can see here. If I expand this, this is executed. If I expand this, you can see the skip. test is not executed. Okay, so when we mark the test as a skip, then that will not execute, and in report you will see the skip. Okay, even in the, let me open the report again. So there is a skip tag here. If you click on skip, you will see the test skip test. Here is part pass test. You can get the pass test. So skip, basically it will skip the test. Okay, there are some conditional skip test. Okay, so we can apply that test skip within the test method. Okay, with some conditions. Like here, if the browser, what the browser we are passing here, that is equal to the Firefox, then test will skip. So let me add this Chromium. So if we are going to run this test on Chromium browser, then test will skip. In rest case, test will not skip. Okay, this is the skip. Let's see in the report. One skip, two passed. Let's see how this will looks like in report. So this is the skip test. Click on skip tab, go to here, and you can see the skip is still working on it. Sometime if you are working on some test, okay, and if you don't want to execute that test during the uh, regression test execution, when you are running all your tests, if you don't want to run this, just add the here skip for particular browsers or particular conditions and mark the test some message. So when the test will execute, it will add in the report this message is still working on it. Means we are still working on the test script to complete this. That's why we mark this as a skip. Okay, and when the test will execute, if anyone want to check the report, then he can see the message here. So this is the conditional skip we can use group test. Okay, we can group the test using the test dot describe annotation. So let's see, like suppose that if we want to group this test, so we can use the test dot describe our NHRM test comma, and we can then close this at the end here. Okay, now our test is grouped. Here orange HRM test contains all these two test cases. So we can group the test cases by using the test.describe here. Let me run. Let me comment this also. So in this case, all the three tests will execute because I have commented the skip here. So all the three is running parallel because by default it's run four workers at parallel maximum. So we have three. So all the three tests executed parallelly. Okay, in the report you can see one file. This is the second file. Okay, and then pass section you can see like this. Orange HRM test on the top you can see message. If I go here, orange HRM test. So using the test dot described, we can group the test cases. Okay, next is the tag test. So we can add some tag in the test. Okay, how we add? Let's see. Add here tags, like suppose that I am giving here smoke. Okay, and when we run this test, right, if I will pass the tag, so your test will execute all the tests will execute where you mark the add smoke. Okay, so how we run the test? Call the npx playwright, and then test hyphen grip, and pass the tag. So in this case, I am going to pass the smoke because I added the smoke tag. And then space. Let's run this on one browser. Project Chromium, and then hit it. So here now you can see the orange HRM login test is running, and it will execute only on one browser. Yeah, done. You can see only one test passed. Okay, and if I open the report, you will see the result only one test. Okay, so this will be very useful in tags, right? When we are running some group art test, some like regression smoke test case, right? Then in that case we can use the tags, and tag will be helpful to run the some set of the test cases. Now in the smoke, the two tests will execute. Conditional skip a group of test, right? Suppose that we want to skip complete group test. Okay, so then we can apply the test dot skip over the under the group outside of the test. Like I can, if I apply here, then it will skip the whole test. Okay, test skip browser name equal not equal to Chromium, and let's add here Chromium. So if I will add the browser name equal to Chromium, then it will skip. Let's see this complete group means in this group test describe orange HRM test. We have two tests, so both tests will skip. So let's run this, remove the grip, running the three tests. Okay, and you will see two will skip. Two skip, one pass. Okay, and same in if I open the report, you will see these two tests skipped. Use fix me, avoid running before hooks. You can put a notation in the hook itself. So what is the hooks? Basically, we can call the test start before each. Okay, this will run before running. This section will run before running each and every test. So we can apply some annotations. Okay, I will discuss in separate video what is the before each, after each, okay, and why we are using. So I will discuss this in separate video and show you. But yes, there is a fix me. We can use this fix me annotation before each, okay. Then it will avoid running the before each methods. It will not execute this method for particular conditions. So there are some custom annotations like test.info annotation push, right? We can add this in a test. How we add this? Let's see. So let me comment this skip and add here test.info.annotation to push type equal to issue description is, right? We can link our test case. Suppose that we have some issue in the test is getting failed, and we have already reported that defect in the backtracking tools. Okay, so what we can do, we can add the here one annotation like custom annotation where we are passing the information so that it will show in the reports. If anyone will want to see the report, then he can understand this is the issue coming in the application and already reported, and this is the issue link. Okay, so we can use this annotation. Let's see how it looks like. Running the test on Chromium. We have executed all the three tests. Let's see how we will get the links, information of the bug in the test. So we can pass that. So here you can see annotation issue, and this is the issue URL. Okay, so similar way, if we are getting some issue in our test, we have reported, we can pass the custom annotation where we can add the links of the defect, and that defect link will show in the reports. Okay, so there are some more annotations, advanced labels. You with the help of using these annotations, what we discussed, there are some more conditions we can apply. Those concepts we will discuss in the separate video. Thanks for watching the video, and if you like my video, so please subscribe the channels, share this video to your friends, colleague, and click on like button.